My name is Andrew Caracone. I'm the headmaster here at John Adams Academy in Dorado. I want to officially welcome all of you to our 2022 Grandparents' Day program. If you're not new to our school, you'll know that last year we had a strong campaign to expand and to get a new building, and today is maybe further proof of our need for additional space. But I'm so grateful that all of you are here today. We have a program for you today that is very similar in some ways to what we do as our daily flag ceremony, but we've added a few things, a few special performances, video, a couple of speakers that we think will make this a special day for you, our grandparents. Our hope is that you feel appreciated and celebrated, while also having an opportunity to learn and experience our unique and I think transformative John Adams Academy culture. So to begin this morning, I will ask you to stand in just a moment. We're going to have our Scholar Body Vice President, Ethan Callery, lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance. And then I would ask you to remain standing because we have 5 scholars from 5th grade. And actually, I'll have them stand. They're on the stage. Phoebe Rodriguez, Hannah Stewart, Haley Seeger, Bo Hannon, and Evelyn Zergian, who is going to lead us in our 10 core values after the pledge. So if you can stand for me.
Good morning, everybody. Thank you for joining us today. Please face the flag. Salute. Pledge. Of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Appreciation of our national heritage. Alter and private diversity. Emphasis on mentors and classes. Scholar empowered learning. Fostering creativity and high standards of academic excellence. Modeling what we teach. Abundance in mentality. Building a culture of greatness. Self-governance, social cultivating, and accountability.
All right, let's give it up to the scholars. And you could be seated. Thank you very much. And scholars here, you can put on your grandparents. Well, I thought it would be appropriate to begin this morning by saying something briefly about Grandparents' Day. While grandparents have obviously been have held a vital place in our nation and our national and cultural life since the beginning of our country, the movement for a National Grandparents' Day is relatively recent. The movement to create a National Day started many years ago, but it began in earnest in the 1970s. By the late 1970s, 43 individual states had their own Grandparents' Day ceremonies and days to honor grandparents. But it wasn't until 1977 that Congress passed a resolution requesting that the President annually, and this is the quote, issue annually a proclamation designating the first Sunday of September after Labor Day each year as National Grandparents' Day. And I thought it might be appropriate to just read for you the very first, it's not very long, proclamation in 1978 from President Jimmy Carter for Grandparents' Day. He wrote, "Our nation was shaped by the wisdom and courage of our founding fathers, and by the steadfastness of succeeding generations who have sustained their vision through 2 turbulent centuries of challenge and growth. Each American family is similarly shaped by and guided by its forebears. Just as a nation learns and is strengthened by its history, so a family learns and is strengthened by its understanding of preceding generations. As Americans live longer, more and more families are enriched by their shared experiences with grandparents and great-grandparents. The elders of each family have the responsibility of setting the moral tone for the family and for passing on the traditional values of our nation to their children and their grandchildren. They bore the hardships and made the sacrifices that produced much of the progress and comfort we enjoy today. It is appropriate, therefore, that as individuals and as a nation, that we salute our grandparents for their contribution to our lives. I urge each citizen to pause and to reflect on the influence of his grandparents that they have had in shaping his own destiny, and on the legacy bestowed upon our contemporary society by his grandparents' generation. So that's what we're doing today. We're pausing to honor and to respect our grandparents. You're not emergency babysitters. You're not just that, although you are that, I know from my own experiences. But you are in many ways a living testament to our scholars of their own heritage. You're models of maturity and grace. You're a spoiler, but you're also an instiller of wisdom, hope, and joy. And today we welcome you and we honor you. And so we have scholars who are going to be doing different things today to honor you, our grandparents. And the first scholar that we have coming to speak is our Scholar Government President, Mr. Brent Dimmel, who has some short remarks about his favorite core value in Grandparents' Day. Mr. Dimmel.
Hello everyone, my name is Craig Dimmel. I'm the Scholar Body President here at John Adams Academy. We are honored to welcome guests at our school today, grandparents and other family members of our scholars. If this is your first time here, first of all, welcome and thank you for being here today. Secondly, you may have noticed some immediate differences between our school and others you are probably accustomed to. Besides the uniforms and referring to ourselves as scholars, what really sets our school apart are its value and its mission. At John Adams Academy, we have set aside 10 core values which are central to our mission of servant leadership and restoration of our national heritage. These values go beyond simply school success or a good GPA. These values are designed to impact and instill a better and more virtuous being into our scholars. These benefit our school lives, but most importantly, our lives after and outside of school as well. Today, I will be speaking about a value in particular, which I find essential to bettering the school, bettering the scholars, and bettering society as a whole. This is our 8th value, abundance mentality. I will do my best to explain its meaning and its importance. To have an abundance mentality is to have an optimistic outlook on life. It is the belief that our success as human beings is not limited, that we each have the potential and it can be achieved by anyone who sets their mind to it. Most importantly is that when one person succeeds, it does not mean that the rest of us fail, but rather that we are able to, as a community, benefit from one another's achievements. Before embracing this, one sees other success as a threat to their own. Unknowingly, they become trapped in a scarcity mentality, which I believe comes naturally to many of us. A scarcity mentality is an unhealthy belief that claims there is not enough success for everyone, that we must each seize every opportunity possible to take success from others. It is a survival-type mindset where the world revolves around oneself. In life and in school specifically, our thought processes can often be controlled by this scarcity mentality. Tests, grades, and awards, these often push us into a competitive mindset where when one person succeeds, others fail. Upon understanding the abundant mentality, however, division and confusion wither away. An abundance mentality brings to light the fact that one's achievements ultimately benefit their community, encouraging others' success as well. This can be seen especially in academics, where discussion, teaching, and knowledge are based on previous discoveries. Very few can publish a paper, make an argument, or convince others without first taking into account and quoting other people's work in the field of study. One cannot often make their own contributions to society without recognizing previous contributions. Any success that one has is ultimately the product of previous success that still cycles through and benefits the community. Last year, I had a teacher tell me that nothing is new under the sun. Most contributions are simply restated and recycled to apply to current events and current issues. I am sure that everyone here can think of a certain achievement which would have been impossible without inspiration and mentorship. The truth is that each of us has mentors in our lives who help guide our success. These mentors could be friends, teachers, or even grandparents here today. The point being that our success is based on community. We need community to get where we are, and when we succeed, we benefit this community. It is so vital that we understand this concept, especially today on Grandparents' Day. I can think of no greater example of abundance mentality than that of the family. Everyone who has a family member or a grandparent here today is incredibly fortunate because you have a family that is, in a sense, is there for you and is supporting you. This is what a family is meant to do. It is its purpose. A good family loves and encourages its members. It celebrates one's achievements and mourns one's losses. Every time a family member succeeds, the family sees it as a success for all members. There is a strong sense of community, of support, and of pride for each family member, everyone living in abundance with one another. Once this is realized, there are no limits on what one can accomplish. Because in a free society, there are no scarcities in resources, knowledge, and success. Any individual that puts their mind to a task can achieve it. Hard work, determination, the ability to learn from one's mistakes, and above all, a mindset that believes there are enough benefits and prosperity for all are the traits of a good and prosperous individual. Once these traits are embraced, success and happiness are sure to follow the individual and their community. We must then, as a school and as a society, adopt in each of our minds the abundance mentality. Realize that we are not at war with one another, but rather in community, and that each of our goals are attainable through this abundant and positive work ethic. This mindset is central to our growth, our progress, and our future. Thank you, and enjoy the rest of your Grandparents' Day. Thank you, Mr. Dimmel. I'm always challenged and inspired by our scholars when they speak and perform. Thank you very much for those words. I want to move now. We have some scholars in our elementary program, 3 in particular, who on their own constructed a poem for Grandparents' Day. And they are going to recite that, the 3 of them together. And that's going to be Ruby Hansen, Ella Shirov, and Eliana Cynthia. And I believe they are here with us, so you scholars can come up. And then after that, we did have several scholars who wrote letters to their grandparents. You may have received those. But we have 2 scholars, Scout Harris and Carly Pratt, who are going to come up and read their letters here today to their grandparents. So, but I think the 3 of you want to share your poem, so please come forward and do so.
To our grandparents. From baking cookies to playing cards, you have taught me to be patient even when it's hard. From playing with toys to learn new skills, we explore new wonders and exciting thrills. When I don't know what to do, I can always count on you. I cherish all our memories because the greatest of memories are with you.
And I'd like to welcome up here Scout Harris and Carly Pratt, who are going to read the letters that they wrote to their grandparents.
Dear grandparents, you grandparents are the best. You make me feel happy. You do lots of things for us. You make me pancakes and waffles. You teach me piano, teach me math. You are willing to teach me anything. You help mom with stuff. You help me when I'm hot to feel better. Those are real things grandparents do. I feel so good and you make me smile so big. And that's how I like it. Thank you, grandparents. You are the best. Love, Scout. Dear Grandma, I want to take some time to appreciate you in supporting my growth and shaping who I am now. First reason I'd like to appreciate you is for your supportiveness in my school, in my sports and school. Secondly, you're both incredibly smart and you guys are extremely helpful for whatever I need. You are extremely outstanding in everything you do. I'm so lucky to have you as my friend. Sincerely, Grandma.
Scholars. I'm now going to welcome up our secondary choir. They're going to be singing Let Freedom Ring for us. And I thought you might appreciate hearing just a few of the lyrics as they come onto the stage here. I got to hear them perform this song just last Friday. And it is a song that gives you goosebumps, as most of their songs do. But I love the first verse. You can hear it ringing when the anthem starts to play. You can hear it ringing when they raise the flag each day. You can hear it ringing in the notes of the bugle call when we remember those who gave their all. Let freedom ring across America and beyond. So without further ado, our secondary choir.
It's ringing when the anthem starts to play. You can hear it ringing when they raise the flag each day. You can hear it ringing in the notes of a bugle call when we remember those who gave their all. Let freedom ring across America and beyond. Let freedom ring so everyone can hear the song. So many ways to say it, so many songs to sing. America, let freedom ring. You can hear it ringing when you help someone in need. You can hear it ringing when we worship as we please. From the mountains to the prairies to the bustling city streets. In everyone a heart of freedom beats. Let freedom ring across America and beyond. Let freedom ring so everyone can hear the song. So many ways to say it, so many songs to sing. America, let freedom ring, let freedom ring. Let freedom ring across America and beyond. Let freedom ring so everyone can hear the song. So many ways to say it, so many songs to sing. America, let freedom ring, let freedom ring. America, let freedom ring.
I have to figure out a way to make that my ringtone. That's what I need to do. That was amazing. Thank you very much. Well, we're going to move to another musical performance, but now it involves our elementary scholars. We have two classes who are with us in front today who are going to stand. We have Mrs. Crumb's first grade class and Mrs. Turner's second grade class. And Mrs. Eckergren, our elementary music teacher, is going to lead them in singing the Grandparents' Day song. Thank you.
Go to the ballgame, fishing on the lake, eating grandma's cookies. Boy, they sure taste great. Go to the circus when it comes to town, eating our candy and laughing at the clown. Oh, Grandma, Grandpa, you know that I love you. I love all those little things that you say and do. Go on through the park, a trip to the zoo. Oh, Grandma, Grandpa, I love you. Spending time together, talking on the phone, happy birthday presents, and chocolate ice cream cones, photographs and memories, picnics and parades, saying that you love me in so many ways. Oh, Grandma, Grandpa, you know that I love you. I love all those little things that you say and do. Oh, through the park, a trip to the zoo. Oh, Grandma, Grandpa, I love you.
Okay, I think we were going to have, if you have a grandchild here, they were going to come join you. If you could stand so they could make their way to you, so they can find you, while we set up the next part of the presentation, that would be helpful. Thank you.
He knows where we are.
Scholars, for helping, thank you, staff, for everything. If you're still looking for a grandchild who is singing, please raise your hand. We have a few scholars over here. Miss Katie. Okay, I'm going to transition now.
I saw you before when I walked down my staff. I saw both of you, and I even saw Dr. Preston.
We have several of our elementary classrooms participate in reciting some different poems for grandparents. And we captured them on video, and what we thought we would do is play those for you, so that you can see those. So without further ado, here are John Adams Academy scholars reciting some elementary Poems for Grandparents' Day.
I like to play with my grandma because she's a good artist. With my grandfather, I was make cookies. Grandparents are fantastic. When God created grandparents, the world was truly blessed. With all the special stories that make a family happiest. Our grandparents know how to do the things that warm our heart. They touch our lives with loving care right from the very start. They show that they love you and all we're feeling up. When God created grandparents, He blessed our lives with love. With my grandparents, I like to swim in the pool. I like exercising with my grandpa and playing with my niece. Someone you can always call, will pick you up if you should fall. Always give a loving hug, the one that feels so warm and snug. I like playing ice cream with my grandma and grandpa. I love and grandma that I was really so and they just keep going. I like to go swimming with my grandma and after that I like to go to house. You know that grandmas are wonderful things, as they always walk and they always sing. They love to cuddle in the grass or gray. When it's time to see grandma, I get great. You know grandmas are really something grand. They never yell, they always understand. And they can fix just about any old thing. From a broken heart to a broken swing. Yes, grandparents, they sure make us right. The grandparents are grand delight. And they always love you if you're good or bad. Like you're the best grandkid they ever had. My grandparents are my I love my grandparents so much because they did cooking with me. From early in the morning until I go to sleep each day. I know my grandparents love me in a very special way. Sometimes it's tea and crackers, sometimes it's a walk in the park, sometimes it's just a hug when I'm scared and in the dark. I love to hear their stories about their past and where they're from. But I know their hearts are filled I take lot to actually for the with my grandparents.
Well, as our last presenter today, it's an honor for me to welcome up someone that many of you may know.